Greetings and welcome to Mind Over Number. I am Karanda, spiritual coach, intuitive reader, and numerologist. Getting ready for this Life Path 7 reading. Before I get started over here, I always give thanks to the Divine Mother, Father, God, who helps me interpret all these messages in the way they are meant to be received. So if you don't know how to calculate your life path number, just add the single digits of your birth year to the single or double digit of your birth month and add that to the single or double digit of your birthday. If you want to explore more about numerology and gain more insight to your life's paths, life purpose, other parts of numerology, make sure you subscribe to the channel. You can also check out the numerology info playlist where I have accumulated all my numerology videos. If you want a deeper dive into your personal chart or want a personal reading, all my information is in the description box below the video. Now, your life path is the sum of your life experiences, okay? It's not necessarily who you are, but it is who you are becoming. It is the lesson, the curriculum, the general path that your life is meant to take, or what you signed up for when you came into this world. And if you are the life path of 7, you came in here to learn how to essentially just develop your mind, okay? Find the deeper truths of life, okay? 7s are known to be very analytical. They like learning, okay? Seeking out information and insight. And so they are the deep thinkers. They're very intellectual. They have a natural inclination towards wisdom and knowledge. So the challenge with life path 7s often comes up with being a bit of a skeptic, okay, making it hard to trust other people as well. They can struggle with isolation, being overly analytical, constantly trying to analyze something to the point where it has no meaning. And they can also face challenges with dealing with emotional expression. So that is the life path of 7. For this particular reading, I'm going to look at essentially what is blocking you, or what illusion, what distraction, what habit could be keeping you from achieving your mission, okay? What you came in here to actually accomplish, or your main goal, really. If you haven't watched the video that I posted earlier, it's called How the Illusion of Time is Keeping You Stuck, but it comes from the stream I had where, anyway, it's explained in the video, but I just call it Don't Eat the Lotus. And if you're familiar with Percy Jackson or Odysseus, that Greek mythology where there's a bunch of lotus eaters, and everyone who eats the lotus is essentially hypnotized to the point where they can't complete their mission. So we're going to explore what is the lotus that is keeping you distracted and off your path. With all that being said, I'm ready. So let's get set and let's go. All right, roll the 3. 3, the number of growth, expansion, communication. I'm going to attempt to get 3 cubes out of my zodiac bag here to help give you confirmation for this reading. Always take what resonates for you, leave what does not. Do not make any part of this message fit. But if it does, that could be a sign of synchronicity for you to pay attention. Now, this could be your sign or the sign of someone you are dealing with, or just a significant energy for this message. Virgo energy often deals with independence. At times, it could also talk about femininity. We have the fish and the archer, so you could be a Virgo dealing with Virgo, or this message could be about a Virgo. or just Virgo energy. The fish is about new starts, new beginnings. It's also very fertile energy. It's also about, birthing something, which is, well, if you ever gave birth, there's a lot of growing pains that come with that, contractions, things are constricting, there's a big process in order to create something. But in the mix of all that creation, the result is something, never seen or done before. And the archer is an energy that talks about strategic planning. It's that half man, half beast energy. It's a need to have your foot on the ground, or feet in the case of a centaur. But it's a case of needing to be grounded while also planning for the long term. Right. So we could be trying to figure out a way to create something for the long term with this energy coming out here. But we'll see what the illusion is for my sevens. Just know that this message can resonate at any point in time and space, just whenever it gets to you. Because the past does not exist. Nope, it's just what we call memories. And the future is always determined by what you do right now. See, everything's happening right now. So what is the illusion for my sevens right now? What is the distraction keeping them from their path? We have a 3 of Wands. Waiting, expecting. Having an idea, but not carrying it out. That's what I'm getting in this energy. It's like we know what we want to do, but we haven't quite set out to do it yet. What part of themselves have they lost sight of under this illusion? Queen of Wands. Confidence is a big keyword here coming up for you sevens. It's like we're wanting to travel, wanting to express ourselves, but we're holding back due to a lack of confidence in our abilities to move forward. The Queen of Wands is someone who is very attractive, right? They're very charming. They're very outgoing. But it's someone who attracts success. They're not they don't have to, go seek attention. Everyone is looking at them. Okay? That's that Queen of Wands energy. It's it's an energy where you don't have to do anything to be abundant because you already have it within you naturally. And so I think we forgot that we carry the light and the tools and everything we need within us, right? We don't have to worry about people coming to us for help. They're going to be naturally attracted to us. Okay, why did I say help? This could have something to do with work or your job. How is this affecting you right now? How is this affecting 7? 6 of Swords reverse. Yeah, we're not moving forward. It's that hesitation. It's like because we're constantly no, what is this? Something to do with movement, progression, performance. A lot of P words. P is 16 energy. So now I'm getting like trying to balance out what you provide, but feeling like you have to keep getting more tools, getting more information, getting more things before you're able to venture out. Like, it's like we're not. It's like the approach we're taking right now requires some sort of change. And we're thinking because of perhaps who we are individually that we don't have to necessarily put in the work, right? It's a lot of wands, which speaks about, you know, passion and momentum, but this earth energy isn't. I'm not feeling strong stability here. So what's the root cause of this? Where is this coming from? 9 of Wands reverse. Yeah, it's like we're very defensive when it comes to allowing other people into our space to help us. because we don't. It's like a lack of. Mm, this is a weird energy. I feel like I need to pull another card on this Nine of Wands reverse. Clarify this Nine of Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Now the Queen of Pentacles could be an older feminine earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. That could be the root cause of this issue. Just take it as resonates. Could also be a someone who is, business minded. They could have some form of assets, a house, a car, just some form of stability within themselves. This could also be a partner, okay, it could be a spouse, a wife, but this Queen of Pentacles energy with this Knight of Wands reverse. I'm getting this has something to do with potentially our finances, or the area we grew up, which is why we're so defensive or on guard when it comes to getting help. It's like we're always expecting someone to attack us based off of our appearance. It's like we're used to someone holding a prejudice towards us in some shape or form, whether you're, a male or a woman or black or white or Asian or Indian or whatever. Everyone has a prejudice or a bias. Okay, no one has it easy, regardless of who you are. But I'm getting like, because of the way things appear to us on a certain, or because of the way things looked on the surface, we have a hard time moving or traveling because we feel like there's going to be a bunch of people looking at us a certain way or judging us. And so we always have to be sort of like waiting for the other shoe to drop, if that makes sense. What's going to help Seven right now? What will help them bring them back to reality? Five of Pentacles. It's this feeling of rejection or isolation. This could even be insecurities. It's like we're needing to connect back to whatever made us feel rejected in the first place. Final card. The Magician. Yeah, it's that is Mercury energy. Then we have Death at the bottom, which is about change, transformation. But once we, reclaim our power, wake up from this distraction or avoidance, or do the inner work, we then fall into that magician energy, which is someone who has everything they need. They have the resources, they have the talent, they have the skills, they have all the wisdom and knowledge they need to make something happen. But there's this feeling like we've been told for a long time that because of the way we look or appear on the surface, that we'll never have what we need. That will never grow or expand outside of an environment, a town, a neighborhood, a family, will never amount or accumulate the house, the home, the family, the resources that we need because of like because things are coming in so slow, we're not seeing the results. But we could be like, right when something's about to happen, we could just essentially just give up in the middle of it, is also what I'm getting. What's this Three of Wands? You are giving away your power. You are a badass. Act like it. It's like you're giving away your hopes and dreams to other people because of this idea that they have of you. The Three of Wands is about expanding your creative power while being patient enough to let it come to you. And so we could be constantly waiting for something to happen but not doing the work. Queen of Wands. Allow that itch to come to you. Don't effing force it. Yeah, that's what I'm feeling. Six of Swords reversed. Drink a smoothie, unfriend that a-hole, and throw some ish out. Detox. Like we're needing to release and let go of this mental fog we have about not getting out of an environment or a foundation or a belief system. Or it could even just be the people who we're connected to right now that's affecting our ability to create something for the long term. Okay. Wake up. You are missing some cool ish. Stop sleeping so damn much. And this is falling on where this is coming from. It could potentially be the idea that we feel like we're going to, miss out on something. Because we pull our energy back. Okay? Or we could not be expressing ourselves because we feel like we don't have the resources to do so. Five of Pentacles. You are grown-ass adults. Stop blaming other people for your ish. It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. Falling on the Five of Pentacles here. So the reality of the situation is that we can be looking at our environment, the people around us, how we grew up, the way we look, for why we don't have the things we have. Or why we feel like we can't build something. But of course that is completely false. Why we feel rejected, why we feel left out in the cold, why we feel like we have so many setbacks and losses, and it's because we're not looking at ourselves. We're not looking at the resources we have. We're not staying in gratitude. We're not understanding that everything always starts with ourselves, not other people. We only have control over our thoughts, our feelings. No one else. The Magician. Final card. Believe what you see. Face reality or live in F and La La Land. Choose bravely. Right, if you're getting a sign that you need to step back or recharge or reflect or rest, but you don't take that sign and then something bad happens, that then falls on you. But I'm getting like a big call to really work on your emotional confidence. Right, you're not it's like we're trying to appear outwardly that we know what we're doing, and then we go within to outside of other people's eyes to try and figure out how to make things work when we need to potentially pause and not go within. But after going within, we also need to clear our space outside of ourselves. Because if we constantly go within and the outside world still looks the same, if we're still doing the exact same thing, or if we're going through the same motions, the same routine, all that inner work doesn't mean anything. You know, especially if you say you're going to, detox, if you're going to stop watching TV, if you're going to go read a book, if you're going to, stop going out, to the clubs at 2 a.m. or something like that, but the people around you are still doing those things, you can't heal in the same environment that makes you sick. One final card for 7 here. I am message. We have a 2 here. So the second month or the second day of any month can be significant. 2 is the number of connection. It's also about decisions and choices and options. I'm free is what's on the card. I release myself from the thoughts and feelings that have held me back. Any guilt, shame, embarrassment, self-doubt, and fear that I harbor, I release. Today I am free. Right? There's no reason to feel guilty of anything. Because if you know you wronged somebody, if you know you weren't being fair, right, no one's making you feel guilty. Because you always got the opportunity. You always have the option to express yourself, to confess, to admit, to take accountability for your own actions. Shame. Okay, why are you feeling shameful for anything that you did? Right? It's all about accountability. And if someone is trying to make you feel shame or guilty for something that you know that you shouldn't feel, that's part of them having those feelings and wanting you to feel some type of way. And then embarrassment comes from, the inability to accept what was done and owning up to it. And it all stems from self-doubt and fear, not being confident enough, not being strong enough in your own self to simply be who you are. And so it's important to release those emotions, step up and understand that you are free. Free to do whatever you want, whenever you please. But that doesn't always leave you free of the consequences of those actions. So be mindful of that. This is the message I have for you right now, Sevens. If any of that resonated with you, please like the video. If it did not, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you for joining me, and I love you.